Top 10 safety mistakes in civil construction must-know tips. Construction sites command respect. It's a symphony of heavy machinery, grit, and hard work. But it's also a place where the stakes are high. Thousands of workers suffer injuries or worse due to preventable mistakes. In today's video, we'll break down the top 10 safety mistakes in civil construction and how you can avoid them. Let's get started. PPE is non-negotiable. Hard hat, gloves, safety glasses, the whole 9 yards. It might not feel glamorous, but it's your first line of defense against serious injury. Think of it like this. You wouldn't walk onto a football field without your helmet, right? Same goes for a construction site. Ignoring PPE is like tempting fate. So, before you even think about picking up a hammer or firing up a saw, take the time to gear up properly. A few extra seconds can mean the difference between going home safe and sound or taking a trip to the ER. A messy work site is a recipe for disaster. A construction site is already chaotic with heavy equipment, materials, and workers constantly on the move. Loose wires become tripping hazards, scattered tools turn into projectiles, and debris piles up, creating blind spots and fire risks. Keeping a clean and organized work site isn't just about appearances, it's about creating a safe and efficient working environment. So take the time to clean up as you go. Put tools back in their designated places, dispose of debris properly, and make sure walkways are clear. It's a simple habit that can prevent a world of hurt. Some folks think they've seen it all and done it all. But when it comes to safety training, there's no such thing as being overqualified. Construction is an ever-evolving industry, with new materials, equipment, and regulations popping up all the time. What worked yesterday might not cut it today, and what you don't know can definitely hurt you. Safety training isn't just about checking a box, it's about staying informed, refreshing your knowledge, and learning from the mistakes of others. It's about going home to your family every night with all your fingers and toes intact. So the next time a safety training session rolls around, don't just go through the motions. Pay attention, ask questions, and take it seriously. Your life and the lives of your coworkers might depend on it. Gravity is a cruel mistress. Falls from heights are one of the leading causes of serious injuries and fatalities. Ladders and scaffolding are essential tools but can be incredibly dangerous if not used properly. Using a damaged ladder is like playing Russian roulette with your spine, and skipping harnesses on scaffolding is asking for trouble. Always inspect ladders and scaffolding before use, looking for any signs of damage or wear and tear. When working at heights, always wear a harness and make sure it's properly secured. And never ever overload scaffolding or use it as a makeshift storage platform. Imagine forgetting something on a construction site surrounded by heavy machinery, open trenches, and electrical hazards. Proper signage is crucial on a work site. It's about providing clear and concise warnings about potential dangers. A well-placed, danger high voltage sign can prevent a fatal shock, while a clearly marked hard hat area can save someone from a nasty head injury. So before you start swinging hammers or pouring concrete, make sure the proper signage is in place. It's a small step that can make a world of difference. Electricity. It's the lifeblood of modern society, but on a construction site, it can be a silent killer. Faulty wiring, exposed cables, and wet conditions create a perfect storm for electrocution. Treat electricity with the respect it deserves. Before working on any electrical system, make sure the power is shut off at the source. Double check with a voltage tester just to be safe, and always wear insulated gloves when dealing with live wires. If you see a puddle of water near an electrical panel, report it. Your life could depend on it. Deadlines are important, but there's no project worth more than a human life. Rushing on a construction site is like trying to put on a parachute while already halfway out of the plane. It's a recipe for disaster. When you're in a hurry, mistakes happen, shortcuts are taken, safety protocols go out the window, and that's when accidents happen, the kind that can leave people seriously injured or worse. So take a deep breath and slow down. Plan your work your plan, and never sacrifice safety for speed. Remember, a job well done is a safe job done. Your life and the lives of your coworkers depend on it. Safety first, always. Mother Nature. She's beautiful, powerful, and completely indifferent to your construction schedule. Ignoring her warnings is like trying to outrun a tornado. You're not gonna win. High winds can turn scaffolding into a giant wind chime, heavy rain can turn a work site into a mudslide, and extreme heat can turn even the toughest worker into a puddle of sweat and exhaustion. Keep a close eye on the forecast and be prepared to adjust your work schedule accordingly. If it's too windy, too wet, or too hot, don't hesitate to call it a day. It's better to be safe on the ground wishing you were working than to be up high wishing you were safe. Falls can happen anywhere on a construction site. A misplaced foot, a loose board, a moment of inattention, and suddenly you're plummeting towards the ground. That's why fall protection is so important. It's your last line of defense against gravity's unforgiving pull. Harnesses, guardrails, safety nets. These aren't just suggestions, folks, they're lifesavers. Make sure your anchor points are rated for your weight and the type of work you're doing. Safety isn't just about rules and regulations. It's about creating a culture where everyone looks out for each other. A culture where speaking up about hazards isn't seen as snitching, but as saving lives. Accidents don't just happen to individuals, they impact entire teams, families, and communities, so be a leader. If you see something unsafe, say something. Encourage your coworkers to follow safety protocols. And most importantly, lead by example. When you prioritize safety, everyone benefits. Outro: stay safe out there. So, there you have it, the top 10 safety mistakes in civil construction. Remember folks, safety starts with you. Avoid these common mistakes and make sure your workplace stays accident-free. Which of these mistakes have you seen on site? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Innovation Safety Hub for more workplace safety tips. Stay safe and see you in the next video.